my god, Zombie, if I do it again, I have to let you cast tomorrow. But never, since that day have I gotten the info for any of the base trade TV things. So I tried, I really did, to go back into Skype, but I just had no idea what to control F to find it. Like, password didn't work, base trade didn't work, no. And, that's okay. That's okay. Anyways, guys, game number 2. And it's on Overgrowth. Number right as the Red Zerg, it is Rocket's Hyun.
And his opponent spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is CJ and his herO.
Awesome. Oh, I wanted to check how the map vetoes were done, which I did, and I forgot. It is a veto-based system.
I definitely said I was going to check that, and I definitely did not.
Right? Yeah. I remember because
I just stopped.
They mentioned vetoing, so I should have remembered that, but...
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Well, Overgrowth, I'm not surprised, because Overgrowth is like the most universally accepted map in the whole wide world right now. I feel like there's always that one map that gets played every time.
Yeah.
It's always that one map.
It is usually Overgrowth. We're always very keen on reminding people when it's not. When we see the bans and picks, we're like, oh my god, they banned Overgrowth. Favorite person ever.
What? Oh my god. Can you? Okay, I'm gonna blow your mind right now.
Okay.
There was a time where Xel'Naga Caverns was considered the fairest and most standard map available in the entire game.
Wait.
Of every map available that people could conceive.
Was there ever a point
Xel'Naga Caverns.
where you could not veto a map?
I don't think so. Maybe in like the beta, but I don't really remember.
So,
I actually never veto maps, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess that was one thing Blizzard did right in the beginning of StarCraft 2. Shots fired, but I'm too tired to put any actual malice into it.
Too tired to do it, but really quickly, Forge First from herO did throw down the Nexus, but being very, very annoying, canceling or at least stopping Hyun from getting up that hatchery for quite a bit of time. Oh, had the opportunity to block it again, but just barely missed it. He did double take with his probe.
Snooze loose, which is why I'm not snoozing right now. And neither is Fear Dragon, actually. He uses a...
Actually, I drank a Red Bull. I actually just got a Red Bull. I was like, oh, did you want a co-caster? And you're like, yeah, sure. I'm like, okay, be right back. Can I grab a Red Bull? Got up at 7 in the morning today, but I'm okay with this.
I don't really know what happened. I thought I was casting what Livy B and him are casting next, and then I wasn't, and I was like, oh, are we casting at 3 a.m.? And Ripken says, like, I'm not waking up for that. Understandable. He cast all day yesterday at this point, and he's waking up still in like 2 hours. But
yeah,
when I realized that, I was at like a friend's house, and I was like, oh, I should have bought that Red Bull at the grocery store. Oh.
Oh, if I could hand you a Red Bull. I have a second Red Bull.
No.
I'm not going to drink it, because drinking 2 energy drinks is excessive. But if I could hand it to you.
Thank you.
One day the internet will come up with the technology.
I really don't like regular Red Bull, and that's what I imagine it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love blueberry Red Bull, though.
There's more than one kind of Red Bull?
Yeah, there's regular, diet, caffeine-free, blueberry, lime, or lemon, I forget, and strawberry, I think? Silver, red, and blue.
Wow.
And blue is amazing! It's delicious. So, that's the only thing I ever buy. Yeah, I'm surprised that people don't know that, but I guess I was like really like privileged enough to go to like, a couple of Red Bull events and try it out, so...
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm sure that they have like every flavor available over there.
Yeah.
But we're only gonna have one flavor of build coming out from herO almost every single PvZ. It's the Stargate opening, and Zombie Grub, I'd put some Partoofs on it. That is gonna be an oracle.
Oh, that's some serious...
Oh man, high level casting analysis right here from Fear Dragon.
Yo, I finally actually bet Partoofs, because I realized I had actually very few Partoofs. I guess I'm not in chat often enough, even though I cast all the time. And every single time I bet, I won, so I felt pretty good. I think it was really fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm actually like a little bit better whenever I think about the Partoofs, because when Partoofs initially came out, I actually was like lucky enough to tune in for the first broadcast of it, and then I like actually just opened up IRC, so I was like constantly gaining partoofs. By the way, if anyone wants to cheat the system, as long as Rifkin's not watching, get an IRC client and just have it constantly logged in, because you actually do gain partoofs even when the channel is not like actually broadcasting. You gain less, but you constantly gain them. And I was one of the leading partoof holders, and then I just started dumbly betting all of my partoofs, like, here's a North American GM player that I really, really like, and he's facing MC.
Sorry,
Alright,
guys.
betting all my partoofs on the... Okay, yeah, let's focus on the game, though.
Oh.
I'm not gonna cry over my partoofs.
Not you. I was alt tab trying to get rid of this lag. I thought a really big spike, and I completely missed the Oracle dealing damage. So that was my bad. Only killed 4, and his pro crawler was barely finished.
Yeah. Zealot also kind of sacrificed its way all the way into the main base. That's kind of a less typical thing to see. Like the Zealot just walking into the main base because the queens are too busy dealing with the Oracle. Kind of a cute maneuver and way to scout out the lair without having to sacrifice any sentry energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, actually, I wanted to say about the partoofs. I remember when we first were trying to think up a name, and I was like, we could have named him like bases, so you could trade bases. And they're like, oh,
that's smart.
We'll stick with partoofs. And I was like, okay.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. Hold on thought, because we have herO. He saved up the sentry energy by not having to hallucinate it to see exactly where the tech was and, you know, where the lair timing was, etc. And now he can use that for this assault that he sees the gold expansion with that Oracle. Gonna be able to kill this off and possibly be able to press the advantage, but gold expansion may even just buy time for units to actually get out.
It wasn't a very dedicated attack. I mean, even less so than usual. We usually see a couple more sentries plus a lot of more blink stalkers with an attack like that. But just the sentries, again, recall really helps Protoss out in Heart of the Swarm. Could have been saved just, I think maybe faster than Hyun thought, or just like he saw it with a Ling and thought it was so laughable he didn't even bother. And still had to take care of the gold.
That was a run-by sentry attack. He was like, no, it's a little bit too early for you to take your 4th expansion. And Hyun's like, oh, okay. Cancel. Alright, the sentry's going home. Like, that was a really, really weird interaction.
Yeah. Well, the game is being very passive, and guys, luckily it's not as foremost yet. However, Hyun did open up with Hydra Ling in the last game, so don't be discounting anything. And Overgrowth is still a perfectly fine Swarm Host map. I think the only map that I can say confidently like doesn't see that many Swarm Hosts is... drum roll. Yeah, I can't think of one. You do it on every map, whenever you want to.
Oh my god. I was like, is she waiting for me to drum roll? I guess I'll drum roll.
This is a very, very, very dramatic pause.
Oh my god, so dramatic.
No, I really couldn't think of one. But I can only think of 4 maps right now, so that didn't help.
Alright, well, herO looking like he wants to go for a big attack. I mean, he has a lot of stalkers, a lot of sentries, and not a lot of late game tech. He doesn't have any Colossus or anything out. Gonna be going against these Hydralisks. That's gonna be a little bit of a scary fight for him. I mean, he does a blink. Oh, this is an awkward position. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I love the split though. This perfectly done, right? Don't mess up your force with Love of God.
Oh.
This is an amazing split.
Messed up the force fields a little bit. Well, actually, did he mess them up? He lets the Zerglings in, kills all of them off?
Yeah, maybe that was on purpose. Well, the point is, the Blink Stalkers, they already took down the 4th base, but they might be trapped. Oh no. Another Blink. They're running around. Bring around the Rosie. Go to the Zerg base. Just run. Run!
Train as cost efficiently as you can. He's trying to recuperate with the rest of his army now moving out. Actually, he might even just move to the right-handmost side of the map and go to like the natural or something and just try and buy time with these stalkers on the left.
Oh, that is a big stalker army. I mean, he has 10 gateways, he has +2, and of course that blink.
Yeah.
Now, there aren't robos in the back of this. This is like, if there are Swarmos on the way out, he might be in big trouble, but there aren't. There's nothing but Hydras. He blinks forward into the Hydras. That's like the worst thing you can do. But herO was actually, I remember casting this guy now, but it doesn't matter. He just has too much.
And with that, all the Hydral is taken out. 19 Hydrals in production, but guess what? There's 0 on the field right now. This third is almost certainly going to go down. Is Hyun going to be losing more than that? I'm not too sure, but if he loses this third, he's going to be a 2-base Zerg player versus a 3-base Protoss. Regardless of whether herO has tech or not, that's going to be a very uncomfortable position. GG gets called.
That's a 2-0! I had to remember.
Yeah, I was like, what's the score? What happened last game?